What in the hillbilly inbred tarnation Alabama backwater crap is this? Cannonball! What's going on, buddy?
You guys were long gone.
Downhill run. I was up to 73, 74.
Oh, where are you taking us, Neil? This is ADV territory, not scooter territory. Take you guys in the hammock over here, show you what I'm doing.
Take the cap off. You didn't quite get it going, and there's a little flame in there. And you dribble, and it'll go,
and it'll follow
and the ball will go boom and leave.
That sounds like experience.
Ask me how I know.
Well, good morning, all. Welcome to camp in Roswell, New Mexico. We are at a campsite, Bottomless Lakes, Bottomless something, state park out here. And we set up under the gazebo or the shelter here. Take you outside and show you what's what. Yeah, we figured set up on the concrete pad is a whole lot simpler and easier, and get a little bit of heat coming up out of that concrete from the sun soaking it all day, and it gets a little chilly overnight here, especially on clear nights. It's good and chilly. It's like 58. I think it got down to 55 overnight, and I don't have a sleeping bag. I didn't bring it because I figured, it's going to be hot, right? Not up in the mountains, dummy. So I have this little sheet down here. That's it. So that's what I slept on. Anyway, that's what I did. I was about to put on my rain gear because it's a little cold. But yeah, this is our campsite out here in middle of nowhere. Walk down here and see what Neil's up to. He said he's sitting down the hill. Coyotes. Yeah. It's a pack of them. They're just over the hill. Either up on top of that ridge or just over it. They're all chattering in the morning. So Neil says he's watching lizards, and he's got a little thicket of bushes here staying out of the breeze. It's chilly. I wonder what all the holes are on the ground here. Some kind of... Yeah, they're everywhere. I wonder if it's lizard holes or what. Yeah, with the wind blowing, it's quite chilly. Can't quite see the sun line over there coming over this ridge behind us. It's getting daylight out here. 5:45 in the morning, and it was bright. I'm like, what the? Oh, yeah, it's chilly. Get up, go hunting.
Go kill something.
That's it. Go kill something. You're hungry? Feed yourself. Okay. So, repacking. It's starting to get pretty warm.
Yeah.
It's amazing how fast the temperature swings are.
The mornings is the thing.
Yeah.
Get in the morning. Then afternoons would be the killer part.
Oh, yeah. Alright, get it all back in the bag the way it came out. It arrived here in these bags, so I know how it fits. Get down. Alright, everybody, welcome back to the morning in progress. We are headed out of our campsite here in Roswell, New Mexico. And I don't even know what time it is, 9 o'clock, something like that. Getting a leisurely start this morning. We don't have a long day. Neil has offered to carry my spare tire, at least for the first part of the day, until he sees how things work. My tire is stacked underneath his on the trailer, so now I've got a little bit more back room. I can lean back somewhat. My roll bag is still right in my lumbar, so I can't really stretch my legs out. Knees bent, that's the best I can get, but that's all right. Did a little bit of repacking and prep on the bikes this morning. I checked my oil, everything's good. We're full on fuel from last night when we left dinner. So Neil is full up on his tanks. He's got the 1 gallon spare over there on the left, his full auxiliary tank down there, and main tank plumbed into it. So, and I am loaded up with 2.7 gallons in here. I could put a little bit more in it, but I want to leave just enough room for expansion. I don't want it dribbling fuel all over my balls. That would not be good. Get a benzene rash on the crotch. Oh, no good, thanks. Pass. Anyway, it's nice out here. It's already getting hot. We need to make our miles early in the day. I think we're going to do a couple hundred miles of change, probably about 4 hours on the road today, not that far, going to Socorro, I think is how you pronounce it. And from there, we'll head on tomorrow to through Arizona and all that, and that'll leave us half a day Friday and all day Saturday to contemplate our upcoming pain and make sure the bikes are all ready to go, everything is strapped down, and got our heads on straight for doing 400 and something mile days. 410 I think is our average. I can't remember exactly what it works out to be. It's not the crazy 500 plus day, 500 plus miles a day I should say, like we did back in 21. So it should be a little easier. And reportedly now we don't have check that out. Reportedly we don't have as much gravel. There's 3 or 4 gravel sections, and they're bypassable this time, unlike back in 21 where we were stuck on gravel for 45 plus miles at a time. I think there was one day in 21 that we had, it was almost like, I want to say 100 miles of gravel. It might not have been that much. It might have been 75 or 80 miles of gravel. It was a ton of gravel. And on an ADV bike or a full-size motorcycle, it's not as big a problem. But on the pizza cutter tires of the Super Cub, this narrow 70 millimeter front tire and 80 millimeter rear, oh, it was brutal. A lot of scooters went down in that stuff. So maybe this year we'll have less casualties on the road. It'll be more of a road trip and less of an off-road trip. It's okay. I understand the whole idea of making it a challenge, so I'm not knocking anybody. I just it's good to know what you're getting into and plan your tire choices appropriately. This thing's not going to do great on gravel, I already know, but it'll be all right. I'll just take it easy and try to keep it upright. It's a little bit more top heavy than the Cub because I've got all the stuff packed on the seat and in that top box in the back. So it's going to get a little bit wishy-washy, fishtaily on rough gravel sections, especially if we get into washboards. It might get a little hairy, but I'll find out. And of course, anybody listening to this and saying, oh, gravel, big deal. On a scooter, it is kind of a problem because you've got limited suspension travel, and the big deal is you can't really stand up on these things. So you're taking all the impacts and all the washboard ripples and everything right to your butt and tailbone. And it, a couple miles of that's no problem. 30 miles of it, 40 miles of it, and it starts to take a toll. And they just don't handle for shit with smooth street tires and
very little traction and very little suspension, and not being able to stand up. You can't, you know, bias your weight around on the bike. You're just stuck in the toilet seat position like this and getting beat up. The Super Cub, we could stand up a little bit, but not easily, because the bars are so low on it, and they're very narrow bars, so any steering input you give translates to a very rapid movement. You don't have granular movement with a wider leverage, so it made it a little hairy. But we never dropped them. That was the surprising thing. We never dropped our Scoots, or the Super Cubs, not Scoots. We never dropped the Super Cubs the entire 10,000 miles around the country. Adrian's took a nap on the first day out heading up to Maine when he tried to back up in the middle of the night. He ended up in kind of a V, a low spot, and the bike just leaned too far, and the momentum of the trailer took over and just lopped the bike over, but it didn't cause any damage. But we never dropped them in motion. Roswell Livestock and Farm. We were going to look for a Tractor Supply up here somewhere. I remember passing a couple on the way in, you know, through the various little towns that I went through. I think I'm probably going to need a wool blanket or something, so we know that Tractor Supply sells those. I'm just going to get a cheap wool blanket to use as a top cover in the tent, because we're going to be sleeping up at high elevation a couple of nights, camping out in these state parks, you know, above 6,000, 8,000 feet, and might get a little chilly at night. Last night got down to 52 or 53 where we were, and I was just okay with the little sheet that I had over me in the tent, but I was thinking about putting on my riding jacket a couple times through the middle of the night, because I was feeling it. It was getting a little nippy. So welcome to Roswell, New Mexico, everyone. We'll probably stop up here and get some food and some breakfast. We had a little fruit cup this morning. That was all we had, and coffee. This is where we came through to eat dinner last night. It was just over to the right over here. It's a Mission Mexican restaurant, something like that. I can't remember the name. Pretty good place. I need to do my fuel economy calculations today and figure out what my lowest economy was yesterday when I ran out of fuel. And that will give me my low water mark for kind of guesstimating what my range is going to be going across the country. Because there are a few spots, like where I ran out of gas yesterday. It's a long stretch of road, and there's nothing out there. I mean, nothing. You know, I think that stretch on 380 was 60 or 70 miles, and there's just nothing. The road, that's it. And I know that we're going to be getting into a couple of those where there are 90 or 100 mile stretches with no services of any kind. So I just want to make sure that my fuel endurance is going to survive those long stretches. You know, if I'm going to get into one of those and I've already gotten into my reserve tank, then I need to make a fuel stop before I get out there.
That was Mike.
Huh?
That was Mike.
Oh, I didn't even see him. Neil said he saw Mike back here. I didn't even notice. Oh, that was full compression. I felt it bump. Oh, he ground out. Those are some Kilimanjaro speed bumps. So this must be the hotel that Mike stayed at? Where did he see him? Roswell Inn. Hey, there he is. I didn't even notice. I was looking off to the side. What's going on, buddy?
You guys were long gone.
Nah, we took our time getting out because we're only doing 200 and something miles today, so we're not in a hurry.
Come in and have some orange juice.
We were, oh yeah, we haven't had breakfast yet. We were thinking about finding a breakfast spot.
Okay.
Cool. Pull it over here. Mike is taking a different route today. He's going to go down to Yuma or something. What in the hillbilly inbred tarnation Alabama backwater crap is this? Cannonball! Had to stop here at Walmart and get a fleece because it was a little chilly last night. We're going to be sleeping at high elevation for a few nights on this trip, and $10 fleece throw. If I lose it or throw it away when I don't need it, I don't care too much. Anyway, we're on the road. It's getting late in the day. 10:17, there it is, 10:15. So we're going to head on down the road, get toward Socorro, New Mexico, and we got about, 3 hours or so, maybe 4. I don't think it's going to be quite that much. I think it's going to be 3 hours and change. Ugh. It's getting toasty. It's probably up in the high 80s, low 90s right now, and we're headed for a high of, I guess it was 102 is what I saw, so it's going to be toasty today. I see a mountain off in the distance over there. Don't know what that is. That's the other thing I need to do tonight. I need to offload my video footage from the cards. The dash cam recorder is the one that I don't want overwriting itself, and I don't know how long the card is going to record. I got to say though, today I'm in a better mood. It's nice to be out on the road and not be under the gun. The stress of getting out for these kind of trips is always, for me anyway, it's always kind of daunting because of all the logistics that I have to manage in the background for the camera gear and the recording and the live streaming and all that. And that's all self-imposed, just because I want to share the adventure with everyone. But then the other mandatory logistics of work, bike prep, money, all the stuff that surrounds the trip, that's a huge undertaking for me because I'm a sole earner, single income household. So when I'm not working, there's no money coming in. Unless kind people like you watching, you, my favorite viewer, want to donate to my cause, finance my insanity. One-time donations are appreciated. Memberships are even better. If enough people do that, it amounts to very nice relief on my side. So I do appreciate anything that you guys throw my way. I love it. It's so much appreciated. And that's the reason why I share these videos, is to connect with other people that are interested in doing this stuff, or even the ones that want to do it but can't for whatever reasons, age or health or work or whatever it is. Being able to live vicariously through someone else doing this is fun sometimes. And if you find it useful or you like it, subscribe, comment, leave a like on the video. And if you feel so inclined to throw a couple of dollars my way, I really appreciate it. I'm doing better on fuel economy today at almost wide open throttle than I did yesterday. So far I'm averaging 94.4. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Keeping up with Neil. Occasionally I start to overrun him on the downhills and I back out of the throttle, but it's running pretty much full tilt. But Neil wants to stop for some food.
I didn't eat nothing. You didn't eat.
You want to eat? Yeah, let's eat.
There's this place, it looks like there's a few little restaurants in here.
Yeah, this Smokies Country Market or whatever, or yeah, I mean, we can look it up, see what the ratings are, or just eat. All right, get some food. Also grill. All right.
Also.
All right, we're back on the road out of that little town back there. I keep forgetting the name of it. I'll throw it in here. Anyway, we ate at the Also Grill. It was a very good place. I had a fried chicken sandwich. It was pretty good. Some mashed potatoes and brown gravy on the side. I didn't like it at all. The plate was totally clean when I finished. It's good stuff. And a slice of pecan pie. Neil and I split a slice of pie. It was pretty good as a topper. And then right as we were about to leave, there was a scooter rider that went by on the little side street right behind us, and I saw him go by, and I went, "Hey, we got another scooter rider." He was a guy on a white PCX. And Neil was just walking outside to have his customary coffee and smoke break after his lunch. And this road's rough. He was out there talking to the guy when I got out there, and I think he said his name was Steven, and he's actually a channel follower here on my channel. He said he's watched all the scooter videos, he's watched all the Riker videos, and he left a comment on one of the videos a few weeks back. I think I remember the comment. He was talking about, you got this 2018 PCX 150. I can't remember if he was in a live stream and made the comment or if it was on one of the videos. But yeah, anyway, so that was cool meeting you, Steven. I hope I got your name right. I'm so bad with names when I first meet people. But yeah, he said that he can't get a driver's license for a car because of a health issue, but New Mexico allows for motorcycle licenses, so that's what he got. And he's got that 2018 PCX 150 as well as a Bergman 200, so that's cool. He said everybody around here knows him. He's a local to this area. Everybody knows him as the scooter dude around here, so that's cool. It's always fun meeting people out in the wild, just on the road to nowhere, and they know who I am, or they watch the channel or whatever. That's pretty cool. And what do we have here? Somebody parked in the middle of the road, and police checking people. What's going on? Maybe there's a problem on the road ahead of us. It's probably construction. So, anywho, yeah, really cool meeting people. I asked if he knew that we were here, if he was watching the live map tracker or something. He's like, no, I live in the area. So that's really cool. Looks like we're taking a break. I'm gonna stand here and sweat in the sun. How long? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I might as well take off the hot stuff. At least the breeze is blowing. It's not too hot up here. The sun is hot, but the air is good. So that's 2 trips that Neil and I have done where a channel watcher follower has recognized me or the bike, or we've met somebody. That's funny. This guy asked, he said, "Is that Quasi-Motard's scooter?" Because I was still in the restaurant. That's funny. Anywho, we're gonna sit here and waste time. All right, we're back underway. It was about a 15-minute wait. I had to offload some of this fuel into the tank. I was down about a gallon, so I had room to offload this fuel tank, sitting in the sun, getting hot, sweating, and it was leaned over to the left, so it was seeping out through the seal on this thing and just pouring down on my floorboard. Floorboard's still wet over here. No spill can my ass. It spills all over the place. Yeah, I guess it doesn't say no leak. It's not a no leak can, it's a no spill can. Okay. Got to be precise with our definitions here, I guess. Man, that is a beautiful view. Check that out. Downhill run. I was up to 73, 74. Yeah. We're up to 73 or 74, but we're still fighting a brutal headwind. 25 plus. Looks like we're going downhill, but we're not. We're going uphill. We're gaining about 3 feet a second. 2 feet a second now. We're climbing. Doesn't look like it. We're climbing. That looks downhill to me. My brain is already wrecked, and we haven't even gotten into the mountains yet. I guess people that live in the mountains get used to it, and you're more acclimated to relying on other visual cues and stuff for your horizon level. Us Flatlanders, once we get into the mountains, it takes a few days, scrambles our brain good. But I always tell, I've crossed the country all directions many times in cars and motorcycles and whatever, and I always tell people when they start talking about the mountains, this or that, nah, those are hills. You got to get out to the Rockies or some parts of the Appalachians to really appreciate what mountains are. Otherwise, it's just a hill, in my opinion. You get out to the Rockies, and that totally recalibrates your sense of scale and size and height. And yeah, this is a mountain. These are just hills.
Oh, you got no map. You just got information.
Yeah, I just have info up there. I don't know where we're going.
Okay. I'll just turn on that. Unless you want to just jump on the interstate.
It doesn't matter. You lead. Well, just know where we're going, kind of. So.
Socorro. I don't know.
Socorro, yeah. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the day. It's 6:25 in the evening here in Socorro, New Mexico, and we've been loitering here at Yo Mama's Grill. We've been here for a couple of hours or so. I went in to use their electrons, borrow some electrons from them. It charged up my battery pack, and I need to click that shut. Charged up battery packs, a laptop, did a little bit of work, chatted with some folks online, dropped in and out of the live stream for a few minutes, and now Neil and I are headed out to go camping. We're going to the mountains like 20 minutes away from here, so good to go. Here's the road and the beautiful mountain backdrop with the sun dilating my pupils, or not dilating, constricting, burning out my retinas. How about that? My right eye is already pretty much burned out. Ooh, man, I am almost wide open, like 80% throttle, and I'm just barely maintaining 47, 48. This wind is not forgiving out here. Neil and I are both fully fueled up, so we've only got 20 miles or so out to this campground, and then when we leave in the morning, we're already fueled and ready to go. We're just going to continue that direction, west-southwest, I think, and we're going to get to Globe, Arizona tomorrow. And we should be meeting up with Doug, another rider that we went on our winter pre-cannonball ride back in February or whatever that was, when I was on my CB500X, and Neil was on this, and Doug was on his ADV 150. So Doug left out of where was it? Joplin, Missouri this morning, and he already made it to, I can't remember, somewhere in Texas. So he made it pretty far, but he had to slow down, take a break for a little bit because there was a nasty thunderstorm. And he said that he found an empty grain silo and ducked in there for cover during the thunderstorm. And he said he barely got parked, and like 10 storm chaser vehicles, probably Reed Timmer and some of the other guys, because he said it was the big armored storm chaser trucks went flying by on the road that he just got off of. So yeah, if you see those guys coming, you definitely want to get off the road, because that means there's some shit ahead. Don't want to play games with these Oklahoma and Texas thunderstorms, man. Tornadoes come out of nowhere. I am full open. I am wide open. 38. Let's see what the ascent rate is. This is pretty steep. 5 feet a second. 4 feet a second, 5 feet a second, yeah. So this is about an 8% grade. It's pretty steep. Once I slow down to, below 40-ish, I'm wide open, and the variator just doesn't want to dip down and give me a different ratio. It's locked in its full high ratio position. You got to get a stiffer contra spring in the back of this thing. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Wow. Ah, it's gorgeous. So is that, but I can't look at that. It's making me blind. So I'll show my geography ignorance here. I don't know which mountains these are. Yeah, Neil's pointing off at the mountains. It's gorgeous. I don't know which mountains these are. Those are what I call mountains. Those are definitely mountains. They're big and they're tall. I don't think these are the Sierra Nevadas. I'm not sure which they are. Definitely not the Rockies yet. We're not that far west, so I don't know what range this is. Have to look it up on a map, find out. And with the magic of video editing, I can tell you right now. Ding! Water Canyon, 4.5 miles that way, so this is our turn. Water Canyon is where we're going. Hopefully this isn't dirt. No, it's pavement. With a little bit of gravel to scare you. And it looks like we've got cattle grates, so that means there's going to be cattle out here on this road, potentially.
It's paved.
I know.
I wasn't sure if it was going to be paved.
Yeah, I was just wondering if it was going to be gravel, but we got pavement. At least this part. We'll find out when we get closer. 4.5 miles into the mountains. Cibola National Forest. Nice. Cibola. Somebody tell me. Cibola, that's Portuguese for onions. Cibola. I don't know. It's really nice out here. Very green mountains, green hills. I think these are more mountains in my book than hills. Small mountains, of course, but still mountains, because they go straight the hell up. There's nothing gentle about those slopes. Ugh. Can't see these bumps in the shadows. Ugh. Haven't really been tracking our altitude. I can see it, but I just don't remember what it was earlier. I would swear that we're going downhill here, but we're climbing. It's crazy. Again, my brain is cooked. This is climbing, although it looks like we're going downhill because of the scale of the mountains next to it. I could swear this is downhill. The GPS begs to differ. Crazy. Yeah, them are mountains. Okay. Ugh. I guess this is us. And I can't see squat, man. This face shield is dirty. Hey. Gravel, gravel, gravel. Oh, Jesus. I'm seriously off-roading here. Get back on track and avoid these big ones. I can't see every time the sun comes through the trees. It's just totally shrinking my pupils down. I can't see anything. Ugh. Yeah, I'm spilling fuel. I smell that fuel between my legs here. That's not great. Ugh. Sloshing out of the can a little bit. It's probably aerated, pressurized up. Ooh, where are you taking us, Neil? This is ADV territory, not scooter territory. Don't want to end up grounding out my plastics. Ugh. Yeah, I smell fuel. I don't know if it's him or me. Ugh. 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 My leg feels wet, so it's probably me. Can't see shit. Can't see shit. Holy shit. Yeah, cannot see. Of course, we came in here fully loaded because we're planning on leaving straight from here. Normally, you would want to be loaded lighter than this to attempt this. Water Canyon Campground. All right. Oh, we got a little restroom. That's nice. So where are we going? Gravel, gravel, gravel. Don't wash it. Okay. I guess we're picking that. Yeah, it's mine. I see a little bit of dribble of fuel on here. It's going to go on. You just turn it around. What you after, Neil? He's trying to find a spot uphill to park. More level or uphill so the bike doesn't roll down off the stand. These things don't have parking brakes, so they got to be level or slightly uphill. That way they lean back against the stand. Or get them on the center stands. I might just park in the dirt right there. Oh, that front wheel is digging. I'll put it on the center stand right, y'all. Step right for just a moment, please. Let this thing pull a wheelie uphill. Hey! Oh! I'm on the back brake. Don't roll down, damn it. Yep, that's stable left, right. Good enough. Okay, we have arrived. Welcome to camp for tonight. I can't hear you. Hang on, let me get my earplugs out.
What's the elevation?
Cool. All right. Well, welcome to camp. I'm going to record a 360 here, so you guys can peruse the space at your leisure. I'm going to go over here and record on another camera, setting up my hammock in the trees.
Monkey man. I go camping with monkeys. And all their names start with A.
Okay. So, going to set up a REI Flash Air hammock. I've got two of these. This one has never been out of the package except for me to modify the ridge line in it. I put a solid ridge line to where it would be easier to set the sag. So, long story. But anyway, pull this guy out and deploy it. It's a very nice sleep system. Brand new. Has only been hung in my bedroom once. Ooh. Just long enough to set the put what's called a UCR in there, a universal constrictor rope knot that allows me to set the sag of the hammock. Anywho, let me find my strapuses that it came with. These are the straps. They are a whoopee sling type setup where it's a berry in here in this Amsteel line, so you pull on it, cinch this together. It's like a Chinese finger trap, and it allows you to set the loop length, and then this is the tree strap portion that goes around the tree. So let's get started, shall we? We're losing daylight fast.
Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a scientist.
A doctor, not a hammock man. Once you get your gear all set up about the right lengths, it's very fast to set. Clip and clip. Look at that. He gets it. So now I can adjust exactly where I need to be. Done enough. Cool. That's about right. Head into this side. Need to raise the foot just a hair.
There you go. Now it's looking legit.
Yeah, it looks like a hammock, don't it? So there's home for tonight. Make sure that is sagging properly when I get in it. Yep, there we go. About a 30-degree hang angle. Pull a little bit more out of this. And there we go. And I'll put the ridge bar in there. It comes with a ridge pole that opens up the inside of the hammock a little bit right over your head, which is really cool. So this little guy clips together and it creates a bridge over your face. Yeah, keeps the hammock off your noggin while you're trying to sleep. It's great. Shove this through that side. And that goes in there, and then this goes cinchy. And there we go. Cool, huh? Take you guys in the hammock over here, show you what I'm doing. It comes with these little tension straps that is to hold down a one of those foam pads. That doesn't quite work as well with this because it's more flexible, but that's just to keep it in place. And then I'm going to put a blanket over that, and then that throw over me if it gets chilly enough to warrant it. So we'll find out. I'm going to open this.
Is it hot? I don't know if it's hot. It seems like it's hot.
It's not bubbling yet.
No, well, I've been keeping it moving, man. So things don't.
Ton of fire coming out underneath that thing, though. It's burning good.
Yeah. So you got to keep her moving.
Yeah, there's no spigot.
It's got this thing. pop it. You can
Oh, you can
throttle it.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't seem to work that good.
Yeah.
This is an eBay
It's still
stove
all or
for-
nothing.
Huh?
It's still all or nothing.
Yeah. And then sometimes you put it on there and it just won't go out.
Oh, I remember that. Damn thing was still on fire. You had to drop it. And
Uh-oh. Comes trouble.
big trip.
It's probably, what's that guy's name? Richie from Boston. You know that guy?
Yeah, I've seen some of that.
Yeah. With that Overlander.
Nope, he's going left. Continuing up the hill.
That's a group campground up there.
Huh?
So I guess you can't. What constitutes a group? Three or more?
Instead of putting that on a plate, I've got a cup.
Oh, you're going cup, huh?
Easier.
Hey,
And I'll use this one.
there you go.
I got one of the expandable cups too. Hey, what is that? Just water. Here.
Nope, they come around.
We don't need no new
You
friends.
can put that on that.
Cover it up.
Yeah.
See if it keeps burning when you try to put it away in the bag.
This could work. I think so. There you go, man. Cup of chili.
Yeah, well, we parked right next to the pisser, so we're bound to have a few people stop by.
Close.
You want another cup? Here.
No,
No, use
I'm
plates.
just going to eat it out of there.
Okay.
You can put that back in there. Clean side of that. This one's been used already. More set right here.
Uh-oh, we're parking right next to us. Come on now.
Oh, give them a minute. They'll figure it out. They're backing up. They're deciding still. They look like legit campers, man. I wouldn't worry about them.
I'll break out the boom box and start jamming. Came out here to nature to not listen to that.
Hey, can I borrow your radio for a minute? Walk over here and hear a gunshot, bring it back and go.
It's not working.
I dropped it, I think. So it's not working. Is that what that bang was? Yeah. So our lady said we have to get on bikes and drive 847 miles to get green chili next time we're hungry.
Okay.
So come to Socorro and get
All right.
green chili. She was adamant.
She's on. Good. I told you about that group I used to ride with years ago when I was in Oklahoma. We just called ourselves the Breakfast Club. And we would pick a restaurant that was known for having an excellent breakfast. It could be a truck stop. It could be a little mom and pop diner. It could be whatever. And we would take recommendations from people that we ran into all over the place. And where's a great place to eat, breakfast food? Where would you drive 200 miles to eat breakfast? That kind of thing. And what we would do was we would get together usually on a Thursday or Friday night, and we'd decide, okay, well, the destination is here. It could be Arkansas, it could be Missouri, it could be wherever. And we would ride out, camp close to it the previous night, and then get up in the morning, ride over there, go have breakfast at the place, and then, head back home. So it was just like a 2-day trip usually.
Any reason for a destination, man?
That's it. Just get the hell out. Get out and ride.
Mm-hmm.
Can't stop. We're going up this huge steep incline, so game over. Lost that glove. So for the rest of the way home, I was wearing the held Aaron dries. Those things are kind of hot for summer riding.
There we go.
That ought to keep the skeeters away.
Easy fire. That's cheating fire, man. Right? No real starting sticks or nothing.
Yeah.
No squatting down. Yeah. The industrial age, man, we got gasoline nowadays.
Right.
Yeah, that stuff. So you spray it on there like that, spray it around like that. It doesn't go poof. It goes.
Yeah. Not like gasoline.
But
That
if you
flash
take
from
this
gasoline.
thing, take the cap off, you didn't quite get it going, and there's a little flame in there.
Uh-huh.
and you dribble, that sucker go, oh.
And it'll follow
And the bottle will go, boom, and leave.
That sounds like experience.
Ask me how I know.
And meanwhile, you're like, do I still have hair on my arm, my face?
5 fingers. It didn't open the bottle up, but it took off. It made a hell of a noise.
A little bottle rocket, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I don't know how well light is working out here, but welcome to moto camping life. This is it. We just stand around and shoot the shit until it gets late enough that it's time to go to bed. Watch a fire crackling over there and tell horror stories.
You had your helmet cam on coming in here, didn't you?
Yeah, I recorded the whole time.
Dirt trail.
Yeah. Yeah. And I said, oh shit, what's Neil getting us into here?